Okay. There we go. I wanted to be comfy today. Yeah. Where's the game? There's the game. Okay. Let me move the game. There we go. Okay. Guess right there is good. That's good. Oh, it's a book. I never noticed that before. Okay. The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volford speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic of the tone. Then Volford looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though this liberation rite is has a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated how much each of our companions may contribute the outcome of our plan, should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, tendency to lead, and orthory skill contributed to my estimate. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time, if possible, know simply that each one of us who goes is doing, he or she shall raise our own chances to succeed. Reader, sir, the night you shall confront withdrawn, and they have already appointed Unmildehigh to liberate should they manage to prevail. Ooh, I don't like her. We all have faith in you, my boy, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. And we don't like her. She's not a good one. We don't want her to escape. Ooh, what's this one? Your adversary is... No. I don't want the negative anymore. I'm not gonna choose any of them. Or did I keep that one? Fuck! I kept that one? Damn it. Damn, I didn't realize that was the case.
The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Surium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the withdrawn which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then atone one of the withdrawn, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respect you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bog dweller, Unmildehigh, appears from the shadows and reaches for her mask. We all know the witch Unmildehigh. Our adversaries, they are nothing to us, or the one we serve. Y'all shall be devoured in the coming age, the age of strife, fraught down by the fell wings and many seeing eyes of Yashal. Yeah. And the astral born. You speak blasphemy upon this sacred site, Unmelhai. If you value your liberty, then I suggest you cease your marking of the scribes. The scribes, they failed to stop Yashal. Yash... Lash. And he shall rise again. As for ye, Nightwings, ye are no consequence to Yashal. Lash. Grand's design. Stonser mask once more. Soon we shall return unto the land that Yashlesh... I don't even know how to pronounce this. Shall usurp, where we shall offer him our blood, and that many others. Oh, they chose to do it as well. And then have the Nightwings reach a decision on whose behalf shall conduct the liberation rite. Reader, I am bound to tell you once more, the first companion whom you choose shall go free this night, if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you yet are ready. The other two chosen are the triumvirate shall lead their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
What? Why is he unworthy? But Jordrell... Oh, it has to be at 3, doesn't it? I'm sorry, Hedwyn. I wanted to send you home. Jodariel. If that is what you wish.
Who shall lend her support? Edwin.
I have your back, Jodariel. Let us get you home. Sure. Let's get her out of here then.
It is done.
Very soon we shall release thee. We shall release thee. And as for ye, Nightwings, we have much in store for you. Okay, jump and evade. Cast Aura is B. I need to switch this, I think. So, let's make this B. And then that X. Yeah, that'll be X.
Commence.
Dang it! Dang it, I got trapped in a corner. Damn it. I'm gonna have to... I need a different team. Jodrell just doesn't move fast enough. Yep, yep, yep.
Who would you set free? Who shall lend him support? Headwind.
I've got your back, Rookie. Let's get you home.
Anatha. It is done. Commence.
Dang it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to restart again. Damn it. Damn it! Okay. Ah. I really don't like... Yeah. We're gonna have Rookie.
Set free.
We're gonna have Tizo.
Who shall be at his side? Tizo. Anatha. Commence.
Hmm. Ishak, we invoke thee. We seek the ancient strength befell our enemies within thy blood. Domination of the Nightwings, domination of the scribes. Invokes the adversaries, the witch. Curse shall come. Summon forth dark pools of banishment. Iker, wherever an exile's banished for this night. Okay. Just gotta get that perfect team.
The Night Wings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt.
True that.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Know that this affront against Yashlish has been recorded, and his vengeance shall darken the skies. Okay. Bye, Rookie. I'll miss your speed. What now? I guess I'm supposed to jump into the waterfall thing back there, and then that's it. Home free. Home free. Something comes over him, and then... Now listen here, chums. Don't any of you go thinking I'm gonna miss... You're gonna miss me, yeah? You're gonna do just fine, even without old Rookie Greentail there to keep an eye out for all the time, even though the rest of you are a bunch of slowpokes and all. Me, I'm gonna be busy drinking myself silly on the Commonwealth stock. I'm sure I'm soon gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, you be sure to stop by and visit me if you get back there too. Just look for Mama Greentail's shop, right in the heart of town. You can't miss it. So yeah, stop by, say hi, you know. Now, I think I gotta go. Excuse me. He drops into the shimmering pool and disappears within, although you still can hear him going on about something. Oh, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting. Oh no, wait!
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Yeah.
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Withdrawn and the Liberation Rite. Karoo! Tizu wishes Ruki a safe journey home. At least someone got out of here. You succeed in liberating Ruki, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each liberation rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits the end of our path, and now we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or should I say the lack thereof? You have, or did. Once more the sky is abysmally dark. Following the liberation rites, no stars illuminate themselves to guide you further to your path. Then let us go once more, the moonlit alcove. I have an errand I must run besides. Once we arrive, best we recover now and make our way southward first light. New book stuff. Okay, the Withdrawn. The Withdrawn did spawn from the wild witch Milith, in whose vigilant pursuit of unknown and the unknowable I always felt certain kinship. Whether the Withdrawn were Milith's kin by blood or merely worshippers, we trusted one another not to ask or care. What mattered was the Milith chose the most Dosius, I don't know. Minds. We stopped at nothing short of impossible. Though ever distant, the Withdrawn revealed us revealed to us such truths about the land which long lay hidden, even the one such as I. Their knowledge ever waking into the newfound depths of consciousness, they led us all to better know ourselves. Oh, there's more. On mercy. Mercy is the beating heart of the truly free society. Mercy is even for the perpetrators of the darkest deeds. Perpetrators. Is it perpetrators? That's gotta be perpetrators. As our liege Solomon Murr drifted into the sea of regret, he found there mercy, or rather, it found him, and it saved his life. Mercy, freedom, and they are intertwined. A society which raises a clenched fist against its own shall follow the doomed path of the Empire Shar. Ours shall be merciful society. May the predicators of the darkest deeds be sent to join us here, where they may learn as we have. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. We shall stand shoulder to shoulder, equal in the same society. Okay, what's this? Hello, Sir Gilman. After the liberation rate, you find Sir Gilman in the uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. He salutes you crisply with his tail. Glory to you, Master Reader, and glory to the noble Rookie Greentail. Long may he prosper in the Commonwealth. And it is so doing, may he benefit the plan in which we all have been thrust. Then he falls silent for a time. You sense him growing very emotional. In noble Rookie, this knight found kindred spirit, Master Reader. One of questionable honor, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to benefit a minstrel's tale. This knight fears our triumvirate lost something irreplaceable in him. Of course, this knight is also pleased that Rookie has achieved his freedom, very much so. Hey, Envy! And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Rookie Greentail, this knight shall train on and until such time as he is swifter than the jagged lightnings of deathless tempest. Now, Master Reader, this knight must beg his leave of you, for it is time not for his rest, but for his training. Know that he is very grateful for your wisdom and your guidance in the rights. Between yourself and Master Rookie, you have instilled within the knight an unshakable resolve. He bows low and bids you a good evening. And I shall pick those, and I shall pick those. Oh, Rookie left his stuff. You once again find yourself amid the scenery walkways of the moonlit cove. Here you can await the time until the stars begin to shine for you again. We have returned to the place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable such as you can. We are in the mercy of the stars, but expect that they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. From atop the sacred mountain you gaze down on the abyss of the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night's stars to begin to shine again. The plan in which you're all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood among almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your company returns there through the liberation rites, what sort of place shall they come back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour and with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volford requests everyone to convene. You understand he has an announcement of sorts. Soon everyone is assembled, and Volford regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of the planet which I have not talked about with you at length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang in the air for a moment. Let me tell you what I see in all of us. I see all of us living the vision of the 8 scribes together, each one among them hailing from a different tribe, which later formed our Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompulousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves discerned, or shall I say desire, such a course. Together they created all of the ceremony of which we now are a part. The exiles liberated from the rites went on to form the Commonwealth based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we all unite on the other side in solidarity, the people all shall see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative on behalf of the Molten Millith, and I happen to know a certain bog dweller, but I think shall fit the part splendidly indeed. He motions someone to approach. A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce a dear old friend of mine, whom I believe you've met. Welcome the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller, Big Bertrude, utters something guttural by the way of greeting. We are understanding that ye require further aid from us. My dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows about the rites as well. Bertrude looks at you and your fellow exiles each in turn. We frighten ye, apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then tremble, small ones, and hold well the tongues, lest we remove them. She took her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she'll be more than make up for that. Everyone disappears, it seems, now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Welcome, yeah. Now then, my boy, perhaps you notice that the stars are bright once more up and beyond those stubborn rains, meaning it is time that we go back to business. Indeed, once more the several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. Yee! Okay. We got that one, and that one, and that one. Alright. Who do we got here? Oh no, we don't want to fight them. I kind of want to fight them. And then this one. Let's see here. These guys would probably be okay. These guys I don't want to fight, and these guys I definitely don't want to fight. Okay, so this one. So We are to take on Lindell and the accusers this time, huh? I've done some digging about him. Then he tells you what he knows the next adversary. Lindell the liar, the first adversary you confronted in the rites, not long after you took your first steps in the path of freedom. The former constable of the Commonwealth, he gained a reputation for his strict and brutal manner. By any means, he always caught the crook. Once he arrested a civilian who hated him, on suspicion of thief of the Commonwealth artifacts and had gone missing. Lundell discovered that the artifacts himself in the civilian's home. The suspect soon was exiled. Still, he had denied the charges, even as they cast him downriver. The case was investigated further, though too late. Suspicion turned to Lindell, and it turned out he had planted the damning evidence himself, so he was exiled in turn. In the downside, he soon became acquainted with the rites, having heard of all of this from several people in high places. He asserted himself in the de facto leader of the accusers. They bent their aggressive nature and prevailed many times under his watch. Yet each time his chance of liberty arose, the Nightwings either defeated him or simply did not show. I guess that's why he doesn't care for us. No matter, though, we'll soon give him one more reason. See you in the morning, my friend. You bid Hedwyn a good night, at dawn you shall take flight again. Boop. The Rite of Flame. The rites of flame, with those blackened nails do I hereby inscribe the rite of flame. The bylaws shall be written here in full. We the Eight decree that the rites are a test of one's true worth of body, mind, and spirit. Now, until the stars abandon us, this shall be binding law within the downside. Those deemed worthy in their rites are to regain their freedom from the downside and return to whence they came. Exiles shall conduct the rites as one of 9 triumvirates, and look towards the stars for guidance on their path. Exiles shall bear this book as status. Oh, there's still more. The essential structure. The essential structure of the rites shall be as follows. Sorry. Let me take a sip of water. There we go. Where chosen by the stars within the dark of night shall 2 triumvirates stand in opposition, far enough afield besides their constructed pyres symboling their resolve. In each triumvirate the 3 shall act as one, to demonstrate their trust in one another, not just in themselves. Triumvirate shall endeavor to extinguish the pyre of their adversary, whose flames are only to be starched through the celestial orb designated from the stars. Whose pyre remains burning shall prevail. The triumvirates are to disper. Okay. Oh, and there's more? Oh my god. Give me the book. Ooh, searching the stars. We the 8 have seen the turning of the stars, and now until the end of the age heed their guidance and ours. The stars take many cycle turns. The rites commence at their behest upon the celestial landmarks, where the downside's greater titans fell before the heavens. Bearing this book bestowed on your triumvirate, you, the reader, shall perceive under which star you are to congregate. Follow where they lead, as your adversaries shall. If either of you fails to appear, then neither of you walk the path. Whether you prevail or fail, from this point the stars shall guide you on. Before each rite. The rite shall not commence unless the necessary preparations are complete at the celestial landmark ere the stars align. Exiles shall conduct the rites bearing the book, of which there are but 40 copies, each bound in an astral hide. Exiles shall wear the scribes' raiments, fashioned in our likeness, as the likeness at the summit of Mount Oedel. Their identities are to be concealed, for they shall represent us all. Exiles shall not set a metal sigil. Shall set a metal sigil in their pyre, and construct the grounds using the words the 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. The heavens shall respond when all is set. Law of 3. During the rite, each triumvirate shall act as one, unerringly and without question. The disobedient shall suffer banishment or permanent expulsion. Exiles shall move as a single mind, to demonstrate their faith and recognition that they, as we the 8, cannot prevail alone. Their worth shall be determined both by their actions and their peers. Triumvirates lacking experience in this may designate a reader whose focus on the book may help the others to coordinate. However, only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. The Burning Pyre. At the appointed time, at the aligning of the stars, the heavens shall rain down to the ground sufficiently prepared, and thus the 2 opposing pyres shall be set ablaze. Thus shall commence the rites. Triumvirates are to protect their pyre as they would their own lifeblood. Lifeblood itself is never to be shed, before, during, or after any rite, lest the disobeyer suffer punishment, expulsion. Exile is injured enough, the rite is an act of mercy. What is this? What's happening? Oh, Wolfie, thank you for the follow. Thank you for pushing that button. Fear not the purifying fire. Plunge into it headlong without fear, for you shall be protected by the stars themselves. Seek freedom in the flame. Hello, hello! Thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Today I'm reading a lot of the book, apparently. The Aura. Exiles bearing the raiments in this book reveal their hidden inner aura and the color of their flame. The aura of the exile's solitary weapon in the rites. Should one's adversary cross one's aura, the adversary shall be banished. Banishment is fleeting nothingness. Seek the pyre's light, and thus make your return. The exile's presence shape the aura. Exiles gain greater auras while standing side by side with their triumvirates, for we gain strength together. Exiles may cast their aura through sheer force to focus of this book. We got more? Holy shit, we got more. The Celestial Orb. As the 2 flames are lit, so shall the celestial orb fall from the heavens. But one such orb shall be availed by the stars, requiring triumvirates to vie for it. This cosmic connection to the flame, the raiments in this book bestows the necessary qualities for its bearer to prevail. Effortlessly sails the orbs between the 3 in its triumvirates. Seek the grasp of whomever acts among the 3. Once grasping the orb shall draw within the bearer's aura, fueling by the triumvirate's own flame. It is to be cast into the flame. Yeah. Oh my god. The path. In each rite we gain enlightenment, whether we prevail or we fail. Indeed, through the failure we do tend to learn the most valuable lessons, provided we survive. None among us have prevailed without end. Exiles who walk the path towards enlightenment shall at times be struck by empathy and achieve mastery in its respects. Choose well amongst the blessings we bestow. Thus you may yet achieve your potential and surpass your adversaries. When you prevail, your triumvirate earns favor. In time, the triumvirate with the most favor shall be summoned to the liberation rite to earn a chance of freedom. Then the cycle shall begin anew. Liberation. The liberation rite takes place upon the fall of Solomon under the blooded moon, witnessed by the heralds from the stars. Oh! Okay. So the lone minstrel is a herald. Okay. The most favored triumvirate shall confront the one which we appoint. Those two triumvirates, one shall pass through the scribe gate, where their worth shall be assessed under the stars. Only the most enlightened exile within each triumvirate may be anointed to be chosen for freedom. Two of their companions shall support them whilst they strive. The anointed companion of the triumvirate shall prevail, and then shall plunge into the simmering pool and return in glory. Okay, so we don't got any more. Finally. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of pages. Ah! What is this? Ooh. Okay. Hey, Bertrude. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you, and her expression does not change. Ah, such clutter. Added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from abode in the flogging hands. Then thou must be the reading one into whom Sandalwood referred. She moves close, studying you. We recall that the mere touch of the bog crone from the southern bogs can induce paralysis. I can talk today. Paralysis. Or worse. That one such as thee can extract meaning from the tome. 'Twas a feat we wished to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of years, which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. She then backs away, for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We have been unable to locate a supply of rotworm grizzard extract among the belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. Is it possible that Volford has a small supply among his possessions here? If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then after you, madam. After they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. I don't think she's bad, she's just different. Let's blow out these candles. Because I swear one day I'll get an achievement for that. Okay. You rise early in the morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude, I trust you stay has been not too uncomfortable? Nay, Sandalwood, the comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here, to lower grounds. Let us get on with all this. The reader here shall do so, once the group is ready. Thank you for your patience. Oh, I didn't see them. I apparently always run into them, though. Ye who disbelieve in the birth of Yarish, ye snuffed our pyre flame prevailed, now you flaunt across the skies. Beware who's mock the design of the withdrawn. Ye cannot comprehend the terrors that which shall come to ye in time. I didn't mean to. Like, I seriously didn't see them. Oh my god. Ooh, who's this? Hang on a second, guys. I swear. They run so fast, they're like, no, we don't want to see you at the door. I mean, they probably don't, honestly, but yeah. Okay. Oh. Hiya! Yo, what's the bloody blazes? Barker notices your wagon is at his flank, and there begins to laugh. Well, if it isn't the Nightwings flying their fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, matey, eh? You ain't better than dung I stepped in last night. Now get out of here. Mine leap over there and rip your gizzards out. You hear me? Sorry, I just wanted to see what would happen. Ah. The forbidding crane of Habu lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that its listless remains of Sax's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through the flogging hands. Few know that its true significance as we do, though your adversaries, the accusers, should be on their way there now, soon shall confront them once again. Okay, so we don't want to land there. You touch down in the heart of Dramal Valley, which you first faced the fate in the distance. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You now have a little time before having a set forth by land. Ba-ding! Hello, Valford. Valford is poring over the copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The road to freedom written in these books that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all of this is, my boy. Tell me something, though. We've spent much time considering the books, but know so few of them who I could discuss in much detail. You had some time to turn through it now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss? It's fascinating! Sorry, I had an itchy nose there. You tell Volford the book fascinated you, and that you have never seen anything quite like it. He nods slowly as you describe your experience with it. I share the sentiment. To have in our possession a genuine artifact from forgotten time, how much of it is extremely true, and how much of it is the scribe's retelling of events. I find it endlessly fascinating to consider, I must admit. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It is amazing that the volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whether they are made of whatever they've made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well. The idea that blah 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 and the ideas there contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in there, Written plain. How fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyways, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular interests in its teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Oh. Let us be certain to preserve the volumes of whomever shall be next to us them. Next to use them. He turns his attentions to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Speaking of the book, more pages! Jomar Valley. The downside's prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's burish, native vines, and overbush, most likely a food source proven poison. Thus we journeyed further north, till the climate grew fouler to my senses, though the cur, Jomar, found it admirable. The sprawling valley poked, long, ever evaporated, I don't know, lakes, gives evidence to the monstrous which roamed these lands. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant, on the whole. There within we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of land most hideous decay. Okay. Oh wait, go back. I want to go back. I saw something else in there. What is this? You take some of the afternoon to survey the land You take some of the afternoon to survey the area with Pamitha. You observe many curs off in the distance, driven half wild from the heat. Foolish things. This is what happens when you trust the Commonwealth. There is nothing you can do for these creatures. The sight of them makes you all too eager to return to the wagon, to immerse yourself in your vocations. Sure thing, my friend. I appreciate the offer. Where to begin? You ask Edwin to explain to you in his own words the histories of the 8 scribes. He speaks to you how their varied backgrounds form the basis not just for the rites, but for the Commonwealth. I can tell you that I know much more now about the scribes than before. All this stated. Well, you guys tell me something real quick. Now that I happened to heard that Mr. Greentail, he's moved on? Is that, or something like that, right? Well, I just want you to know he was one of my favorite customers, and because of that, I'm giving you some great deals, okay? Well, thank you. Yellow? What about yellow? Also, hello, lion. The downsides, travels. You cannot survive the downside if you cannot get around. Howlers shall descend on you, or tempests shall shear you to pieces. That is just the way of it. Traveling through environs. Hang on. It's no simple feat. Consider yourself blessed if you were born a cur. If not, however, you shall have to find means to cross these lands without the benefit of 4 strong paws. Lusakrin believes this untamed land can be traversed through the means unnatural. I thought at first that he meant sorcery, but he suggests invention. He speculates that carriages could cross its land by harnessing its fury. A wild thought. In my case, my paws shall suffice. Okay. What is this? Alright, sorry, Pamitha. You found Pamitha by herself again, though her expression has grown darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, reader darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Leave me be, reader, just leave me be, reader, just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in the heart or mind. What you'll find isn't pretty. Yet something about her her thought process is different to you now. You know that with her conditioning, she can resist your certainty, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you. Pamitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in the lonesome place with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Pamitha? Shall I just go ahead and kill them all? That would prove enough, perhaps, about my loyalties to you and our sisters. Perhaps I have to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Pamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Then smiles sweetly and gives you a gentle laugh. You see, reader darling, my thoughts are rather cumbersome at times. But do not fear. I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the lonesome thing that they are, I nevertheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. There we go. You know by now why I am in this mess with all of you. I could not lack Tamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see your nation overthrown, or something worse. If she could have her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is the Commonwealth's forged steel. Wielding with the utmost mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself. Became a pit of parrot, I suppose. I knew Tamitha was going to get herself and the others killed someday, so when she flew out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, her people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew they were such risks, of course, and yet a chance still is a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down. A mercy, they called it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protest of her treatment, I was soon enough to follow. She falls silent for a while. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then she might realize our nations of people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them is the stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now. Ooh. More pages. The Karen of Habub. Habub is what I usually been saying. How ironic that the shattered remains of the bone titan of Saxo's shoulders, which once stood vigilant over the archway and the flogging hands, remain now as foreboding as when the horrid monsters still possessed unnatural life. After little Habub dispatched the bone titan in a feat of ingeniously, Sax's pieces fell upon the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones, which Habub marked. Further traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated into perfect frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. 6 shoulders still seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance in a certain way. Paint the sigil, then in the shining light, sorry. Here amongst the dusty wains of Koran of Habab, you await the signal of the stars. There is no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then little imp Tizo flutters up to you. Hurry, hark! What is this? Tizo cautions you that has some history with your next adversary, Lindell. Skrihak! Tizo seems to be indicating that Lindell has a personal vendetta against him. Aww. But before you can explain any further, the stars begin to call to you. Who could hate Tizo? Oh, I have to choose one now. Oh, okay, there we go. Now I've unselected them. Who's this one? What does this one do?